Hello dear friends, very good afternoon. My today's topic of presentation is online classes safety measures. Myself Dr. Anil Kumar Jain. Now why this topic? This is selected to improve safety and threats must not stop online teaching learning and to minimize disruptions while conducting online classes. To begin with, you are advised to generate a separate or new email ID, sign up and sign in using the newly generated email ID. Use it exclusively for online sign up for teaching as a host or as a participant. With that newly generated email ID, you are advised to sign up again. And when you have signed up, while you are signing in, uncheck this box. That is, you are not required to keep me signed in. By chance, if you forget to uncheck that box, you have again an option to sign out after your class is over. That can be done by going to the last option in the drop box. Click on that and you will be signed out. Use of gadgets. Preferably use only one dedicated gadget for online teaching that must not contain important documents, must not have your primary email details, and avoid use of that gadget for banking or online transaction purposes. Now, personal meeting ID, don't use that for online classes. Always generate random meeting ID exclusively for a single online class. Generate new password for each class. Don't publish meeting ID and password on social media. Use email to share ID and password. Avoid recurring class with single ID. Now, waiting room is very important. You must enable waiting room and personalize the meeting to the people when they reach in the waiting room so that participants are assured that they are in the waiting room of correct meeting or class. You can have control over whoever is attempting to join the class and allow participants only with their correct name that you can recognize and not by nickname. Allow only signed in participants to join. Now to enable waiting room, click on the security and the second option that you see is enable waiting room. You have to select that and waiting room is enabled. Now, it is better to have a co-host also because co-host will be able to help control the situation in case anyone bypasses your efforts and gets into class. And he also can start and stop recordings while you are conducting your class or meeting. You need to disable few features like to join before host, meaning why first host will join the meeting or class and after that he or she will allow participants who are there in the waiting room to join the class. Screen sharing for non-host is disabled so that only host is able to share their screen. Annotation by participant is disabled because sometimes accidentally participants may touch their screens or may give some markings on the screen that may be seen as annotations by all other participants, which may be annoying or disrupting or disturbing. Private chat, remote control function, and audio and video participants may be disabled. When you disable video part of the participants, this will reduce burden on the consumption of internet and your streaming will be avoided and your transmission will be better and you may conduct your meeting in a better way. Disable screen sharing for non-host, that can be done. Next to share screen, you see an arrow. When you click on that arrow, you get three options. Third option is advanced sharing option. When you click on advanced sharing, you are taken to a next window. Here it is showing that one participant can share at a time, and it is given opportunity to all the participants. Instead of that, you can select only host, so that only host is able to share their screen. A quick recap: go to advanced settings and select only host. To disable annotations, click on these three dots, and the third option is disable participant annotation. You select that. To disable private chat, click on the chat and you will get more options. Click on that. Here, everyone publicly and privately is selected, meaning by a message can be sent publicly or privately to each other. Instead of that, you must strike out privately and select everyone publicly, so that when you are giving an opportunity privately, sometimes students may indulge in private chatting while you are conducting your class. So it's better to select everyone publicly. Also, sometimes students or participants may have very good question or answers which you expect to be seen by all the participants. So you can have a quick look and select everyone publicly. You can log the class by clicking on the security, and the first option that you see is log meeting or class. After this, you can restrict entry of any other person and you can conduct your class smoothly. Set up your own two-factor authentication, remove unwanted or disruptive participants, turn off file transfer, follow updated guidelines time to time issued by government and other competent authorities, update the applications as and when available. For settings, go to home page, log into your profile, edit my profile, settings, and you will be see the options to turn off most of the suggested features. So my dear friends, learning must continue. Be safe. Let everyone be safe. Please stay at home. Thank you very much. Your inputs are most welcome. You can mail me on dranil@gmail.com. Thanks once again. Thank you.